What's up, y'all? I've been thinking the last couple of days, like how I know how I feel about the situations that happened in Minnesota and how constant it is. How and crazy it is. But I'm the kind of person that if I'm going to express frustrations, I have to have some kind of answer or plan to fix it, And these frustrations we have aren't new, and awareness is definitely what's been protecting us lately. So it's like, when they run in the street, and I can understand the anger and the emotion that comes with all that. But you have to think like, and you don't want anyone to lose, but you want to make sure it's productive, and that's the yield. Guys out there, dogs are barking at me. So, hey, Cookie! Hey! I don't want to hear that. Governor, get out of here. Sorry about that. But, so I don't know how to deal with this because I don't have a solution, other than, it's like even the cameras don't protect us at these days. I don't know, it's like, Governor! Oh my God. I'm about to get through. So you're not listening. Gov, you're not listening. Get out of here. Get out of here. So I don't really know what to say. I don't know what advice to give, but it's almost like you're not supposed to live in fear. But in these moments, I'm like, I don't even feel like going outside because you could be completely innocent and be violated on television. I'm gonna talk to the therapist today, because in this moment, usually I know what to say, or most moments, I really don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. All I can do is say, I want to know when something this bad happens, my thing is to find the good in it, right? The only good that can happen is if this doesn't happen again because of it. If this keeps happening, then it happened for no reason. That means it's done in vain. That means all this pain was for nothing. Yo, man, you're not listening, man. You're pissing me off. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get up there. Get out of there. Go over there. Go over there.
No, everything's good. Pregnant again. We're good.
Go over there.
So we're good.
Go over there.
I am 15.
You're pissing me off. It's so bad for no reason. What you barking at him for? You're not going to do nothing. See, that's the problem. Like, governors has a bunch of bark right now and no bite. And that's not what I want to be. I don't want to be a bunch of bark and no bite. I want to figure out, if we're going to bark, what's the bite going to be? Who we biting? How do we stop this? How do we change this narrative? These are questions. I usually have an answer. I like to have the answer. That's why I haven't been so vocal. When everyone's talking about the same thing, but no one has the actual answer, I don't want to be talking and everybody else is talking. I prefer to be doing something, and I just got to figure out what it is I'm doing. Hey, do me a favor. Can you do me a favor? Put the camera on. Do you mind being filmed? Yeah. And then also you look great. She looks great. Got to keep the hair right. And also make sure you get your IG stories.
Why are you barking so much?
Thank you. So, I'm just trying to figure out. I don't know what to do. I know how to feel. We all know how to feel. We can articulate how we feel all day. But what are we doing? It's like when I saw the police thing get burnt down, I wasn't like, yo, burn it down, but I wasn't upset about it. I was just like, I could dig it. I wouldn't advise anybody to do it. you know. But I could dig it. You can, like, on an emotional level, I could dig it. You know, people are just, what do you expect? So I almost be thinking this shit is done on purpose to make us like, they know what we're gonna do. They know there's gonna be a riot. You know, they know, like, people thinking, they know that when people are triggered, these are the things that will happen. So maybe we should trigger them so they can happen, so there could be a distraction. I don't know. I was wondering also when everyone was outside, did anybody get sick? You know, did anybody catch the corona? No one was talking about corona in the moment, so I was wondering about that. But I have no judgment on any reaction right now because it's going to always come from a hurt, emotional place. But somebody got to think.
I don't think so.
You know, someone got to be a general. We need a hero right now. And I'm not saying it's me. Whoever has the answers is the hero. And I will help. I will become a soldier for that general. You know? I just don't know. You know, it's like certain things happen every 10 years. Like this is, again, like I saw this is Rodney King, right? This is 10 years, every 10 years, or every, you know. And, you know, probably things have gotten better because there wasn't a reaction like this before. Before it would happen and no one would get this mad unless it was covered. But now it's covered so much, people are just consistently mad. But I don't know. Like, I'm curious to see the people have political responses. Like, there is no political response. That shit was just dead wrong. You know? And that is very reflective of, you know, because I've been in that situation. Oh, the other shit was crazy was the woman in the park. I've had that happen to me so many times. Like, you know, if a white woman doesn't like what I'm saying, they automatically get on a black man this, a black man. I'll be like, what are you talking about? Always that aggression. I mean, I know what that feels like. I'm glad they caught that one on tape. You know? But the thing that people aren't understanding that people are catching on tape, this is the shit we're used to. We're desensitized to this, a lot of us that see this every day, that feel this every day. You know, because I'm in a place where there's not many people like me that are like, you know, bosses own their own businesses. I constantly have to deal with people that from another culture that aren't used to a black man speaking up. And it's a form of racism when someone's surprised that you could have a voice. That's racism if someone says, how dare you ask a question about something you don't like about what's happening to you? How dare you question my system? That's racist. I've been dealing with that shit every day. You know? But I'm not like rioting about it. I'm just not playing in that system. See, the thing about the police is I got to go outside. You know? In business, I ain't got to go to your business. But I got to go outside. You know? It's not like you can be independent of the police. It just doesn't make logical sense. You do need the police. If anybody loses their wallet to get robbed or somebody break in your house, you know, you go into the police. I don't care how much you hate them. You know? And out of 100 people, police or not, there's always going to be 10 bad ones. So I also hate to hate a whole police because of 1 or 2 or 3 people. What I do know is the police don't tell on each other. So a good policeman won't say nothing when they see a bad policeman doing something, like a gang. I know that. But I really don't have, I have no advice other than stay safe and stay out their way. The reason why I always had a driver since I was like 20, in my 20s, was because I was young. And I had a car when I was like 15. And that was the only way the police could get with me, is when I'm driving the car. All the other shit I was doing, never. I never, can't touch me. Anytime I saw some cuffs, it was usually because I was behind the wheel without a license and they had the reason to go in the car and this, that, and the third. My point is, I've been living a life of trying to avoid the police since I was a criminal. And I haven't been a criminal since I was, you know, like 30 years ago. You know, way past statute of limitation time with no bodies. You know? So I'm what do you call that? PTSD? PTSD? I've always had PTSD of the police. Every time I'm with my girl and she's driving and the police come anywhere near me, I get scared, start looking around.
Damn it. Nothing was happening and there's helicopters the other day.
Yeah.
I was stressed out.
We was walking the dog and we saw helicopters for more than 5 minutes.
Are they following us?
I for sure was.
Our house? Why are they not moving?
I thought it was some Goodfellas shit going on. Like I didn't even do nothing. Like, and it's not worth it. Like I started trying to logically think how I'm always worried about them lying. Because some people lie, because lawyers lie and people lie all the time, what I have to fear is unfairness, is people not telling the truth. That's my only fear, is the liars. You know? The people that just hate themselves so much that they don't know how to do anything but distribute hate. You know, like, I don't understand how someone would want to take a life for no reason. Why they would want that on their conscience. Like, what kind of in the dark individual is that? Like, can't nobody tell me to kill somebody. You know? I'm not putting that on my conscience. Like, what would make somebody feel joy in snapping somebody's neck for no reason? You know? How much can you hate yourself that you want to kill something for no reason? That you're going to give your man a high five for doing something negative? Like, when does that become fly to do whack shit? Like, yo, watch, I'm going to go smack an old lady in the face. That's not fly. That's when your man pulls a punch you in your mouth. You know, I was talking to someone real close to me. He was like, yo, the other couple years ago, this nigga disrespected this girl for no reason. I had to flip on him. I hate shit like that. I was like, I hate that type shit too. Hate bullies, man. People that can't get off on nobody, but they want to get off on the weak because they can't, because people getting off on them. That's sucker shit. You know? Shit is crazy.
Oh, that's cool.
So I wish I had something to say. I really do. But until I got an answer, a plan of action, until legally y'all give me a name and someone that we need to directly get at, I'm going to have to internalize. And you know what happens when we internalize because of the abuse of people we can't touch? We start to fight each other. That's what be happening. Because we so mad at how they treat us and can't do shit about it, we start swinging on each other. I'm going to give you an example of how I learned this about human nature, just animal nature. Me, I got 4 dogs, right? When we walk the dogs, if they see another dog, they want to go and jump the dog. If they can't get to the dog, Governor and Astro start fighting each other. And I'd be like, what kind of stupid shit is that? Y'all in front of the people y'all going to fight and y'all fighting each other just because y'all can't get at them? That's exactly what we do to each other. We get at each other because we're so frustrated because we can't get at them. I guess we have to play a different game because war is different these days. I'm going to give you an example. We went to war with Russia and they kicked our ass last year. They controlled our government and our election. No one got killed. But that was a war. And they won that one. I can't even be mad at your enemy when they play a good trick. Like, that was a good trick. I was like, that was a good one. Nobody got killed. And they had, look at our country right now. Shit is in complete dysfunction. They controlling that right now and laughing at us. You know? Shit is fucking crazy. I forgot what my point was. What was I saying? Oh, war, different, right. So that's one kind of war. Now, let's say this COVID thing was intentional and somebody pushed the button, they the illest of all time. This is the best war I ever saw. They just hit the whole world without picking up a gun, right? So if someone was strategically like, yo, I'm going to hit the whole world, I'm going to go to war with everybody, fuck everybody's economy up and everything, and this is it, COVID, new kind of war. You know, we can't fight the same that we fought 30 years ago. We're more evolved 50 years ago, 100 years ago. The violence ain't it. It's your brain. You know, it's these cameras. It's these computers. It's social media. It's the distribution. It's all the ways that you can talk to people. Because at the end of the day, it's about a narrative. It's about your perspective. If they want us all scared, like you see how people still dying every day, but nobody's scared no more. Because they're not talking about it like they used to no more. They want everybody outside for the economy. Now, if the newspapers keep putting every single time somebody dies on the front page of the news, every single newspaper, everybody going to be scared. But now that they're not doing that, everybody like, yo, it's loosening up. They're opening it up. But people still, 1,000 people died today. I don't get it. Or got infected. I don't get it. I'm still not going. I wasn't going outside when 400 people was infected. Why would I go outside when 1,000 is? I'm not doing it. You know, I'll be a little bit more, I'm going to move different.
Oh, yes, you did. I forgot.
You know, I'm only talking to people that's quarantined. But I can't be around no strangers. You know, if I'm going to catch it, I'm going to know who gave it to me. I can tell you that. You know? So, I was on the line with 90 principals yesterday, all school grounds, Dennis and Lays. And he was talking about trauma, how we don't recognize trauma, how we have to know what trauma is. Just because it's normal don't mean it's normal. So where one kid's normal, like me, at a very early age, I'm not proud of it. It doesn't make me tough. But I would see people get shot in the head, shot in the chest, all type of dumb shit. People die in front of me. It was all part of the game. I go to school, be around my friends, and it was like it didn't. But that shit had to bother me. That's traumatizing to see some shit like that, and not to know it's trauma. To think that you're supposed to be walking around wounded all day and not know it, then you don't know how to fix yourself. But we all going through trauma. This shit right here, I'm traumatized. Fucking COVID combined with seeing us getting beat like this, we all need therapy right now. I just don't know, man. I don't know how to deal with this shit. So now I'm gonna need therapy because I don't know what to say. And I'm not used to that. Period. Like, I'm just boggled. Yeah, we do need I think the most logical solution is the police need to have a police. They need to clearly be individual. It's like having two accountants. I would suggest in business you have two accountants. You know what I'm saying? One, because people, no matter what, human nature, somebody got complete control of your money, they don't do something. So you need someone that they don't know to be like, yo, what you doing over there? And they need to know that someone's watching. So there's accountability if they do try to get cute. You know what I mean? And we definitely should start our own party. I've been talking about that for a while. And just for the sole purpose of real smart people bringing awareness to the things that are really affecting us, not them. The things that we read about in the news, you always have to worry about what the agenda is for the news because, public perception means everything. And that's the reason why, if you notice, every news in every state, on every channel is the same exact thing. Said the same exact way. One message is said at one time because they want everybody thinking the same way. It's called programming. That's why Dame Dash Studios is deprogramming. To see things the way it logically is, not what emotionally makes you feel good. What's logically and what's going to yield, what makes sense. That's all this is. I was talking to the bishop, and the bishop, he be about that action. And he said some real serious things, man. And we got to change this narrative. I had a conversation the other day at a screening. The bishop, Senator Eddie Milton, Congressman Andre Carson, my OG Daniel. So many people from all over the state, so passionate. We all feel this shit. But if we don't do nothing, we're going to internalize it, and it's going to hurt. It's going to cause cancer and sickness inside. We got to figure out how not to have to internalize what is the action that's going to yield. We got to be smart. We got to think like generals and not soldiers. We got to fight different. That's your hair right there?
That's all your hair.
Wow. That shit look...
You want it?
What do I want that shit for? That shit was just looking like...
I make you some...
Oh, I loved all those little blonde tips are gone now.
Okay. Yeah, they're getting there.
They're running around. Get all the blonde out of there, please.
Yeah.
Oh, she thinks she cool. What the heck? I'm mad cool. Look at you. So yeah. So the thing is about figuring out what is going to happen and how we're going to control things, for the next 100 to 200 years. Now you got to think, whatever's controlling. What I was saying was, whatever program they've implemented, it was implemented hundreds of years ago, probably about 200, maybe more, the Roman days. But you have to think about things, right? A long time ago, Egypt was in control, they was black. And other cultures were enslaved. The Moors running around, having sex with everybody's wife, conquering everything on elephants. And, Another culture was like, yo, we can't have this shit no more. And not only because these guys are strong, you know, they like to take shit. They're taking over everything. So when we get the rock, we have to make sure we keep it for a while, for our family. So there was a plan implemented to control us, to govern us, to keep strong people in control, to keep us thinking we need weak people. Why do strong people think they need weak people to survive? It makes no sense. That's programming to be thinking that shit. It's a program. It's a plan. And the thing is, this lasted about a couple of 100 years. They had us for that. But there's awareness now. So now we have to make a plan so the right people stay in control for the next couple of 100 years. So our kids ain't got to go through this. But what is that plan and who's going to implement it? You know? Who's going to create that new Roman Empire plan? But it be in our best interest, not theirs. Because that's all this shit is. You know what I mean? When people take your culture, they take your religion, they make you pray to someone that's another color, that means you automatically think you're number two. How the fuck are we going to believe that? That makes no sense. Makes no sense. So, you know, when you do feel a way, when you hurt, you still got to work wounded. When you're confused, you still have to focus on the things that you actually aren't confused about. You still got to push forward. And that's what I'm doing. I got to make my network powerful so I could distribute the right information. That's what this is telling me. You know, the war is information, perspective. The war is the narrative. What controls that? Entertainment, television. But who controls entertainment and television? Definitely ain't us. You know? So why would anybody do anything in our best interest if it's not us, other than them being kind? We're going to be fucking dependent on people being kind to get ahead, that don't give a fuck about us? That's the wrong attitude. You know? The attitude is, I don't depend on you. I depend on me. I ain't going to be mad at you if you make rules in your house and you don't want me in your house, or you don't want me to feel comfortable in your house. It's your house. I'll just go build my own. We got to stop depending on other motherfuckers to give us shit, or trying to be nice to fit in, and build our own. Period. Build our own. You know? Soldiers get paid. Soldiers could be bought. If niggas ain't got no money, you can't buy no soldiers. That's all they doing is buying soldiers. We got to get our economics together so we strong every way. Mentally healthy. Man, they got us eating stupid food, listening and looking at dumb shit, fighting each other. They got us looking crazy, man. And you know, this ain't my business model being mad. My business model is not beefing. My business model is making music, fashion, content. I do fun shit. But this type of shit and the way I've had to fight just to do fun shit, it could be aggravating at times. And this is the type of shit that'll trigger everything I'm feeling, everything I'm tight about, all that shit that I've been internalizing. This is, all the riots ain't gonna be for one. It's gonna be everything. All the other times we got punched in the face, and it's like whatever. And people are political about it. You know, shit is crazy. Yo, you know what's I forgot that country. Is that New Zealand that's run by the woman?
What? Yeah, New Zealand.
Do you know they had zero corona?
No.
Zip.
Who?
I think New Zealand today, zero corona. They killing it. It's run by a woman. It makes sense. I'm telling you. You know what else that the woman said? She said, it's going to help the economy if we only have a 4-day work week. Sound familiar? So are you trying to tell me I think like that's what I'm telling you. I think that's what they were saying was going to make the economy work. People work too hard for no reason. They just be tired and grumpy. You probably do more 4 days a week than, me, you know me. You know, I like to work. But, so, does anybody have any answers? I'm asking, you know? Like, I'm not going to pretend I know something I don't. I can't tell somebody to do something I wouldn't do myself. It ain't nothing I can tell y'all to do right now but make a television network, because that's all I'm doing. Make some content. Get smart. Believe in yourself. You know, I'm not one for really complaining. I'm one for making a plan. What's the plan? I'm looking for somebody to give me a plan. I need it right now. I need a plan. I ain't gonna lie. This shit gotta stop. You know? Because I've been the guy that, you know, y'all know me, right? I keep a camera on to protect me, and that camera did not protect that dude. Like, I would have been on the floor, yo, what are you doing? It's a camera on you. What are you doing? Nigga didn't care. He was posing. Shit is nuts. I ain't gonna lie, they ran up the homie's house. They had to guard his home. They had to have an army guard his crib. Niggas is mad. How could you not be mad? How could you not? I mean, they locked homie up. You know? But I think what I'm curious to know was the dude that actually called the police, supposedly, and said the homie did like a fake check or something for no reason. I think, you know, it's almost like right now, if you a white woman or a white man and you call the police on a black man that didn't do nothing, that's an attempt murder. Period. That should be looked at as an attempt. Word. Because you never know, like, you know, you get into an argument with somebody and they call the police and you ain't do nothing and you black, they might fucking put their knee on your neck. You know, you see they locked up the black CNN dude? That shit is crazy. On TV, they didn't even give a fuck. Homie's like, yo, this is CNN. He's like, nah, we gotta humble you. That's all they wanted to do was humble him. Humble him, let him out, and maybe make sure he might get infected wherever he went real fast. That was fucked up. They always want to humble us, man. That's why you see dudes like Vlad TV and Adam 22. They want to say that I'm disrespectful or humble me because I question why they're even speaking on my culture. I'm difficult. I'm on a blacklist for even speaking. They bum ass blackball list. I'm not never on. That's the type of shit I don't like, man. This narrative they try to create. Oh, a motherfucker's disruptive and disrespectful if he is aware of his self-worth and demands respect for his culture. That's crazy. That's crazy. And that's what it's been with me the whole time. Oh, he's a black man that speaks up for himself? He's crazy. There's a black man that don't let white people rob him or talk to him any old kind of way? I'm nuts. Come on, man, y'all nuts. Pause. Letting weak motherfuckers and nerds tell you what to do. Legally. Ain't shit I'm doing illegal. Not a fucking thing. It ain't illegal to know who you are. I'm not disruptive because I have confidence, because I won't let you disrespect me or my business. Come on, man. That's how they humble us. You speak, we're going to label you. Man, we got to start speaking. We got to start doing things that are intelligent. That's how we win. Stop looking the other way just for a buck. You know, everybody turns the blind eye because they say they got to eat. That food is not good. That's not good food. That's the food that kills you quick. But how we know the tricks and we still do it? You know? Like, same motherfuckers will be like, yo, black this, black that. And as soon as someone disrespecting black, they still shooting at it. Makes no sense. It's always cool when it's not you. I find myself doing that. Like, y'all, and then I be like, damn, you black. I can't do that. Can't do it. Can't do it. You know, just because you see something over and over and over and over and over again and everybody's doing it, don't make it right. That's called hypnotizing you. You know? You got to do what's right, not what everybody else is doing. Not what you see people doing over and over again. That's the trick. That's the jig. Especially look at the people that are doing it. If they weak, don't do it. We all know what fronting is. We all know the signs of fronting. We know what fake happiness looks like. You know what Instagram happiness looks like. You know what this distraction is, but you still let yourself be distracted because you're trying to escape a life you hate. You got to love your life. So you got to figure out what you love and do that to death so you're not worried about what other people doing. Period. And you can't let fear dictate your action. You can't do things because you're scared. You got to do things because you're not scared. You got to do things because you're fearless. People do things in fear. I do things in fearless. It's about to be what? Oh. You know? I'm going to go to the other side of the house because they about to do girl stuff. Look. Get your girl stuff. Get your girl stuff. I'm on one today. You know, and again, the reason why I'm talking to y'all is because I'm confused. I'm being honest. You know, I'm just sitting around thinking about it, and that's the thing. I hate sitting around thinking without no explanation, no logic, no nothing. I have no answers. What the fuck is going on? You know? And the crazy shit is, the very people that I be trying to help, that I put it all on the line for, might be the first to sell a nigga out for a band. Shit be crazy. You know, but I'm going to still fight for those, because that's what I'm here for. That's what we all here for, to fight for others, to love before we love ourselves. You know? It's not all about the bread. It's about the love. The love should be the currency. That's the currency, and the only currency that counts is the love. Period. You know? Accountability means a lot. You know, you can't keep looking the other way for a bag because you say you need it. Because then look what happens, and you need another bag very quickly. You're starving to get. You know, quick money is not the best money because it's temporary. And it usually comes with some kind of recourse. Negative. You know, I hate this shit. And I'm like, yo, why now? A lot of shit is happening now. Like, all of a sudden during Corona, niggas want to go to space. You saw the lightning strike? I felt like that was real. It was like, yo, we told last time y'all came out here was 50 years ago. And, you know, something happened where they didn't go back. The day they try to go, the lightning struck. Don't do it. Take another day. Think it out. But why now? You know, why was it so imperative for it to happen now? That's go to space when everybody got Corona. You know? I just be thinking about shit. Just curious. And all of a sudden, the police is being real brazen about beating people up in front of cameras, man. What's the message? Is there an agenda? Because you would think, like, after a certain amount of times, the captain in the beginning of the day would say, look, you know the cameras is on you. I got to stop this bubblegum shit, man. I don't want to hear about it no more. That should be the topic of the day. You know? Stop beating niggas up. Do it different. And they doing it worse. Like, when the cameras is on, it seemed like they turning up. It almost seemed like Money did that thing because the camera was on. You know? They had an army in front of that man's house. You know, I haven't seen no black cops shooting no white people, man. I don't get it. So why is it that ain't no black cops shooting no white people? Why that mistake don't ever happen? You know? You know, you got policemen from other neighborhoods and from, just coming in entitled already, bro. They don't even care about the neighborhood. You look at people as cattle. Can't do that, man. You know? You can't have people that don't care about humanity, don't care about themselves, don't know how to love, or look at us as less of a human, as a statistic, to try to, bring peace. That just brings war. You know? But, even with the dude jogging, man, this shit is crazy. But the good thing is, everybody's smart enough to pull that camera out. You know, that's what I got to say. What we are doing well is recording it. People know to put that in. You see, I've been doing that. I'm glad y'all finally get it. I've been putting that camera on niggas. Because think about the way they try to make history look if you don't got that camera. What you think that story would have been if there wasn't a camera on it? What you think that if that would have came up? They would have said all type of shit. Was a camera on it. That shit saves me every time. But I was like, but damn, he still got killed. That's the shit that scared me. I'm like, damn, man, they did that shit with a camera on it. I thought the cameras would save you. Cameras don't even save you no more. It's stepping up. Niggas is getting brazen. You know? And then our leadership. Homie is bugging. The shit he's saying is just like, yo, he... You know, the crazy thing is with the president, or if that's what you want to call him, is his base. He's a businessman. His base is racist people that aren't that smart. So he says things to play to his consumer. You know, but we all know what he's going to say before he's going to say it now. It's no shock when he says silly shit. I don't even know why anybody acts surprised. The surprise is when he says some fly shit. It'd be like, oh, he said something cool. So why does everybody give him so much burn, you know, when he says silly shit? It seems like it's strategic. It's for a reaction. It's for someone that he's trying to make happy, a base of racists. And I don't think he cares who votes for him as long as he gets that vote, and that's the problem, you know? You can't look at people like business. Culture has to come before bread. You know, it's important. It's important. So, all I'm going to do is stay sharper, stay out the way. Even though I shouldn't have to, I'm still staying out the way. And I'm going to just be about my business. That's it. Get your head down and architect the future so we don't have to go through this anymore. And that's the only solution I see. That's it. But we do need a hero right now. And a hero, not someone to go out and get killed or go out and do some dumb shit. Someone to give us a plan and gather us and have us fight a fight that yields, where no one has to really get hurt. You know, and that's an evolved war. Because we're smarter than that. You know, as strong as we are, we don't have to depend on our muscle. We could depend on our brains. You know, our sense. You know what I mean? Period. Yeah, it is time for a revolution. But you got to know exactly what the revolution is, man. You know, I don't fight a battle like a war. You know, I learn from a battle. I ain't losing the war. And the war sometimes takes a long time. You might have to go through a lot of battles. And I don't stress the battles. As long as my war is good. As long as I win that war, the battle is nothing. But we got to know what the war is. We have to know what we're fighting for. And when do we consider it a win? Like, I'm not fighting no never-ending fight. Some shit that's just, you know, something got to yield. You know? And I definitely don't want to be no sacrificial lamb, bro. I got to be here. You know? Anyway, check out Dame Dash Studios. I'm going to get some Zooms together so I can have some real conversations with some people. I think it's needed right now. And, you know, I'm going to holler back. I love everybody. Stay safe. Stay smart. And, you know, holler. Growing up in the streets of Harlem, you either have to be able to shoot hoops